Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got a story out of Anderson County, South Carolina. Shout out. That's involving this lady right here. This woman right here. I think they said she was 31 years old. This woman's name is Kiana Starquasia Sullivan. Lord have mercy, that's a mouthful. Of Anderson County, South Carolina. June 20th, earlier this year, police were called to a hotel out there in South Carolina, found this woman knocked out, unresponsive, and the children were in a hotel with no air conditioning, and they were overheating. Police responded. This woman right here got in trouble for it, right? Her charges was unlawfully placing a child or children at risk, or she had kids that was there. In recent news, something similar happened again. She's been charged with the same crime, but this time it resulted in death of her 5-month-old child, who was 3-month-old at the time of the hot room situation. This woman's locked up, and here's her story.
New details tonight. A mother has been arrested and charged after a 5-month-old boy died at a hotel.
And here's a look at that baby's mother, 31-year-old Kiana Sullivan. She's charged with unlawfully putting a child at risk. Investigators say she could face more charges.
Fox Carolina's Kenny Harris spoke with officials in Anderson County today. She joins us now in studio with much more. So Kenny, what have you been able to learn about this case?
Yeah, well, Justin, many of the details of this case are still under investigation, but Anderson County officials say just last month, Sullivan was charged with the same crime, only this time it ended with a child's death.
They acted very quickly, very thoroughly, and really tried to get that baby help as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, a lot of the damage was already done by that point.
On Monday night, Anderson County deputies and EMS responded to the Super 8 Hotel on Cinema Drive. Someone called 911 for an unresponsive 5-month-old.
It's something that weighs very heavily on the deputies, on the detectives, and obviously the family. Family being on the immediate scene. It's a horrific call. It's something that we never want to come across, and so unfortunately charges had to be made in this case.
The coroner is still working to determine the baby's cause of death, but deputies had enough information to charge the baby's mother, Kiana Sullivan, with unlawfully placing a child at risk.
As we were investigating, we realized the mother was in a state with drugs in her system, and unfortunately that made her unresponsive and unaware of her child.
It was another adult in the room who called 911. Sullivan was taken to the hospital with oxycodone found in her system. This wasn't the first time deputies met Sullivan at a hotel.
We have had a couple of calls where we have responded to different motels around the Anderson County area where she is involved in those calls.
Most recently in June, deputies responded to the Baymont Inn where they say they found Sullivan and her children. One baby was sweating and overheated as there was no AC in the hotel room at the time. Then she was also charged for placing a child at risk.
Our investigation isn't over. We're looking at every detail that was a part of this case. So if other charges need to be made, more severe charges, we can do that.
And more breaking news, a mother was arrested after her 5-month-old baby died at a hotel in Anderson County. Deputies say that they were called to the Super 8 Hotel on Cinema Avenue just after 11 this morning. 31-year-old Kiana Sullivan has been charged with unlawfully placing a child at risk. The coroner says they believe Sullivan rolled over and suffocated the baby. Deputies say drugs were found in Sullivan's system. We're told more charges could be pending.
Right, guys, that's the story of Miss Kiana Sullivan of Anderson County. Fell asleep on a baby while high, and supposedly smothered the 5-year-old little boy, 5-month-old little boy. Now it says up here, I tried to look up some information. My little girl's here. I don't know if you can hear in the background. some information, like news article information for some additional stuff. But everything that's been said is what was said in the thing, in the thing. Now it said this time when she was in trouble, because they said they've been getting calls with her in it multiple times. This woman, you know, having drugs in the system, regardless, pills or whatever, enough to where it's knocking her out, and she's laying out unconscious, forgetting to cut the air on. The kids almost got expired in the June 20th situation, which you see that first, this first video, picture of what she looked like. But this one here, she ain't learned a lesson. Multiple times they've came to different hotels and her name has come up. Now I'm gonna tell you something. First thing is this. She got multiple children. Where the father's at? You know what I'm saying? Or father of these children. Let's keep it real. Or the father, where the father at? These guys don't be checking up on their kids, don't know their kids. You know your kid living in a hotel? That don't bother you? If they even around, I'm being honest. Another thing is this, the system failed. How you come up in a place that's like a hot box with babies and stuff. That baby was 3 months old. Where's CPS? Where they at? See, it's nowadays, it seems like people are scared to do their jobs. Or it's so many technicalities with it. They say the ultimate goal is, oh, we don't want to break a family up. What about when the mother's not doing stuff that's mother really protecting the kids? And that's the thing, a lot of this stuff, this is pure negligence and selfishness. She know last time you got in trouble, police coming to hotels you in and all this other stuff, you always at risk of being separated from your children. But you keep doing the same thing, it's insanity. Same thing, different, expecting a different result. But things are what they are. You putting yourself at risk. Every time you take whatever drugs you taking, you put yourself at risk of being separated from your children or your children's losing their lives because you want to feel a certain way. Because you're dissatisfied with your own life. Trust me, it's hard living in a hotel. I've never lived in a hotel, but sometimes it's hard. But man, this right here is unexcusable. You fell asleep high on your kid and killed it. That's what they're saying. Now, the autopsy results have not come back. But come on. From the information that they got for them to put this out boldly in front of the news, it's a strong possibility of that's what happened. Or that's what her statement says she thinks she did. That ended in a 5-month-old dead, her child. Stuff like this, man, it's like you can't even make this up. It's like the further we get in, as a species, the less instinctive we get in with taking care of our young and all kind of stuff, man. My thing is, where's the dads? If my kid was in a hotel, I would do everything I could, including piss her off, to get my child out of that situation. That's not good for growth and development. So many people done failed, man. Now she's gone. What happens to the kids? They go with the what? Fathers anyway. Or they go with family members. This is my thing. Another thing is, she see her situation wasn't getting no better. She couldn't make a conscious decision to say, okay, listen, I can't take care of these kids. I got to get myself straight. I don't know. I think differently than a lot of people, especially like me. I was overprotective of my children and I cared about how I looked in front of them because I'm the first example they see of how to be in life. But some people don't see it like that. Can't feel sorry for none of this situation except for the baby because he didn't deserve that. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.